first-year head coach Sam Holmes, the women's soccer program here at Limestone. Sam, coming off another successful year last year, conference regular season champions, conference tournament championships, gone to your second straight NCAA tournament game. What kind of goals do your team have this year after being so successful?
Yeah, well, I think it just starts with like the short-term goals leading into the longer-term goals. Obviously, we want to get a little bit further in the NCAA tournament, but we can't do that unless we get there. So it's important for us to be very competitive in our non-conference games. We picked up a few games that we'll talk about a little bit later. There's going to be a good strength of schedule and a good test for them when we come into the conference games, and making sure that we just go game by game and make sure that we're fully prepared for every game that we go into, so we can get to that longer term goal by hitting our short term goals.
Now, part of that success over the past couple of years is the great group of returners that you have. You pretty much are bringing back about 9 to 10 of your starting 11 from last year. What kind of motivation does it have, and what kind of good things come out of having a consistent starting lineup like that year after year?
Yeah, I think it's a coach's dream, isn't it? To bring everyone back from the spring, the continuity you can get by having the whole crew back in the spring to come back into the fall. Because we can build blocks in the spring and then pick up where we left off in the spring, in the fall. I think the work rate of the players has been fantastic. You usually worry about a little bit of complacency with a lot of starters returning, but I think with this group that's going to not be a problem. They're very self-motivated. They've got their own goals as well as knowing the team's goals. I think they should be ready to go this year.
Perfect. And you got a bunch of returns going back to what we just mentioned, but you also got some newbies coming in, whether they're transferred in or freshmen as well. Talk about a few of those that are really going to make an impact for your team this season.
I think everyone that we brought in is going to be an important player for us. It's very important to have competition within the training sessions, and I think that the level of player we've brought in throughout the years I've been here has been better and better and better. So, one through the rest of the squad has got reduced the disparity between skill level. So it's been very competitive in training, which is great. A couple of people that I think have done extremely well in the pre-season. Selena Bavella from Germany. I think she's been fantastic. It took her a little bit to get used to the playing style we have here in America coming from Germany, but she's adapted really well, and I expect good things from her.
Now we'll take a look at your schedule. Your conference schedule pretty much the same as it's always been. It's no surprise there. But you went out and you found a couple good non-conference opponents this season in North Georgia, Tusculum, and Lenoir-Rhyne. Talk a little bit about what it means to have that strong of a non-conference schedule.
Yeah, I think, when Matt was here, we sat down and we looked at the schedule, and we were 18-2, and we didn't make the second seed, and we just didn't want that to happen again this year. So it's important for us to get games on the schedule that are going to test the girls. And for me, it was about making sure that we had a balance throughout the year to make sure that we have games constantly that are going to test us. We go in a 3-game stretch away in 6 days, which is going to be extremely tough. I mean, you've got to be road warriors to get through those, and it's going to be similar to when we go to the NCAAs for regionals to play away games. If you're not the 1 and 2 seed, you've got to play 3 away games to win the regionals. So it's going to be a similar situation. So I like that aspect of the beginning of the year. In the middle of the season, we have Tusculum, who had a share of the SAC last year, and North Georgia, who were in the regional NCAA finals. I think we're going to finish it off, obviously, with Belmont Abbey, who's a very tough game for us. I mean, both of us have gone either undefeated or 10-1 and met in the conference finals in the last 2 years. So that for us is going to be obviously a game that we circle all the time. And then we play Queens as well at the end of the year. Another good test. It's the only one regular season game we lost last year, so we really want some revenge for that one, and the girls are going to be really up for that. So I think the balance of the schedule is going to be important for us going throughout the season and hopefully into the postseason.
The women's soccer team opens up their schedule for the 2017 season this Thursday as they travel to Lenoir-Rhyne. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. Sam, we hope you have the best of luck this season. Hope to see you in the NCAA tournament later this year.
Thanks, Marky. Stay tuned.